road of equations. So today what we're going to do is two-step equations. Not a great marker. When we're solving two-step equations, it's the same rules as one step. We're not changing any rules. We're just going to be doing more than one step at a time. We're always going to undo, if you want to call it undo, addition and subtraction first. And sometimes it's going to be a fraction, and you're going to have things to do down here, and you're going to have things to do up here. You're always going to take care of this, take care of that first. All right, so let's look at a few examples of two-step equations. Number one, negative 2x plus 1 equals negative 3. So the only difference from what we've been doing is that I have a choice. I can undo this multiplication or I can undo this addition. My rule is undo the addition first. So I subtract 1 from this side and I subtract 1 from this side. This side cancels out, leaving me negative 2x equals, now remember over here, it's really negative 3 minus 1, add the opposite, and you get negative 4. Now I have a whole new equation, but you know how to solve this already. You know that you just need to divide both sides by negative 2. So x would equal positive 2. Next one. So in this equation, we have a choice. We can add 8 to both sides or we can divide by 5. Our rules tell us we're going to add 8 to start. So add 8 to both sides. This cancels out. I get 5x equals 55. Divide this side by 5 and this side by 5, and x equals 11. And I'm done with that problem. So you see, it's the same process. It's just that now you have more than one step. Next one. Now this is kind of the other kind I was telling you about. In this case, you're not going to undo this addition first. You want to get rid of this first. So you're going to multiply this side by 2, and that cancels out, and this side by 2. So now you're left with 3x plus 6 equals 26. Now you have subtract 6, 3x equals 20. Oh, you're going to say, what do you do now? Well, it's not a problem, because what you're going to do is just divide by 3, and x equals 20 thirds. And you can leave it like that. You don't have to change it to a mixed number. All right, next one. Number 4. So again, in number 4, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. This side cancels out. This side becomes 36. So now I have negative 2x minus 4 equals 36. What do I do first? Do I take care of adding 4 or dividing by negative 2? I add 4. I add 4. I get negative 2x equals 40. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2, and x equals negative 20. You can't forget those negative signs. If you forget them, your answer is going to be wrong. And you've done all this work, and then your answer will be wrong. Number 5. We've kind of gone over this kind. This looks just like a one-step, doesn't it? But what's going to happen here is I'm going to get rid of the 17. Why do I subtract it when it's subtraction there? Because I want to get rid of 17. 17 is really positive 17. So in order to get rid of it, I have to add to it negative 17. That gives me 0. And I subtract 17 from this side, which would give me negative x equals negative 13. The second step is to divide both sides by negative 1. And we did talk about this already. So I would get x equals 13. Remember, you can't leave it like that, negative x equals negative 13. It's not completed. And the last one, number 6. 3/4 x minus 3 equals 12. So in this one, again, I have a choice. I've got this issue and this one. So I'm going to do the addition and subtraction first. So I'm going to add 3 here and add 3 here. This cancels out. I get 3/4 x equals 15. Multiply this side by 4/3 and multiply this side by 4/3. And I can cancel out and I get x equals 20. So now you've done the beginning of multi-step, just two-step equations.